So I just want to show you how I go about using the compost. So for our operation, we try to collect all the water and also make all the dirt or the compost that we can. So it's just one larger bin, and then there's kind of a side bin if we have extra that we just store, but it doesn't really be used. So for the most part, it is an active compost bin, but it's not a hot compost. I do not turn this all the time to keep the temperature up. It's just essentially what I have, and then I mix it in with whatever's here. So it's big enough that I kind of have one pile on one side. As I have fresh greens, grass clippings, stuff from the garden, I just take the top of this and I just make kind of lasagna beds, greens, browns, and I just kind of build it up until everything is on one side, and then I just keep repeating throughout the growing season. And then whatever it ends with after the growing season is essentially what I keep it there to just sit there and do its thing. So you will have a mixture of good compost and to be composted, and not even close to being composted yet. So it's an active in that it's actively decomposing, but not where I just let it sit there and it's kind of ready to use as is, because it's sat there forever and everything is decomposed. That means if I want to use any sort of compost, I then have to do something. I mean, I could use this as is, but it would just be a mixture of kind of the non-decomposed stuff and the compost, and it would just be a lot more debris in the beds, which I don't really want. So what I do is I take a little garden fencing, so this I believe is 1/4 inch, pinch it between two pieces of wood, and just make a rectangle that then fits whatever wheelbarrow like thing that you have. In this case is a gorilla cart. It works much better. It's much wider, so it can hold a lot more dirt. So I built it to the dimensions of that. As I throw the compost on top of this, it then acts as a filter as I go back and forth with this. All the loose compost goes all the way through. All the debris sits on top. I don't want to get rid of the debris. Debris is good. It doesn't cause compaction. It allows for a little bit more aeration associated with the dirt. So I do keep it, and once I'm done, flip this to the side, and I'm left with nice filtered compost. Very spongy, very airy, and this is what I put onto the beds as I mix it in. So it's a little bit more laborious. You probably could just order some and just get a pile of it every single year, but since we have so much garden waste and we want to have full recycling of everything, this is the necessary evil to get what we need to do due to the space constraints that we have in the back, that we just can't leave it there. I just did 5 25-foot beds, 3 foot wide. It took me about an hour to filter all the compost that I need for it, about 1 inch on top across all those sorts of beds. So it's about a 1 to 2 hour process. It's a bit of annoying, but it isn't too hard that you don't want to do it anymore. It's just kind of a chore that you need to get to, but the end result, not only do you get that, but you also get the worms associated with it. So it definitely helps the bed. It is an extra step that I need to do before I go into the beds, but it is good enough that is worth doing it versus kind of buying it that you still have to kind of move to the beds anyways.